Goten dolls! They are inferior!
Are we inferior? No, look at him, he can't fly and we're almost as tall as he is. Yeah, and he's full grown.
Stop lying to yourself. You know that Goten fans don't exist, and for several of you who've been commenting on my more recent Dragon Ball videos trying to prove to me the impossible that Goten has fans out there, you know that you're lying to yourself, because you know that Goten can't have fans because Goten's not a character. And in today's video, we will prove to you exactly why. Now, just take a second to ask yourself a few questions here about Goten. When you say you're a fan of Goten, what are you a fan of? I'm a big fan of Goten's design that looks exactly like Goku. Keep going. I'm a big fan of Goten's abilities, and I'm also a big fan of Goten's transformations. You mean the transformations that all of the other characters basically use? Yeah. I'm also a fan of him in Dragon Ball GT. Oh, okay, so you like Goten's personality in Dragon Ball GT, right? Because he was a ladies' man. Yeah! But you realize that that's just something he did, but it wasn't really an actual personality because we don't really know how Goten feels in certain situations. We just know that he likes women a lot, which a lot of guys do. Okay? You want to keep going with this? Yeah, well, I'm also a fan of Goten's feats in Dragon Ball. Okay, so what feats are you like a big fan of specifically? Well, I really like the fact that when he fought his Gotenks, you know, he managed to like fight off equally with Super Buu, and they completely won that fight, right? Because like Gotenks was victorious in that Super Buu battle. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, have you noticed that Gotenks is basically just Trunks? He can't have any personality of Goten because Goten doesn't have a personality, therefore the only personality that Gotenks can have is Trunks' personality. Well, I really like Goten's character development. Oh, you're a big fan of Goten's character development, right? Well, I don't know about you, but Goten still feels like a brand new character to me in Dragon Ball. Well, I mean, his existence in the Dragon Ball series is approximately 30 years old, which therefore means that if you're saying that you're a Goten fan, essentially, you're just saying that you're a fan of the other elements of characters that he already has, but he in fact doesn't have anything different from any of the other characters that we've mentioned. Well, I'm still a fan. Okay, well, tell me what else you enjoy about Goten. Well, I also really like, you know, his popularity in the Dragon Ball fan base and how much fans love him as a character. Oh, really? Well, let's have fun with this one. You know, I've been doing YouTube videos about Dragon Ball for quite some time now, and I can tell you with absolute fact that I've interacted with more Dragon Ball fans than 99.99% of humans on this planet. And I can say with certainty that almost nobody ever talks about Goten. If you compare him to other characters, specifically his hybrid counterparts like Gohan and Trunks specifically, these characters are characters that people have always wanted to have new transformations. People have been crying for new Gohan relevance and a new transformation in Gohan for years. People have been asking for Trunks to get a new form, which he got in the form of Rage Trunks. People have also been crying for Piccolo, myself, to get a new transformation or some type of breakthrough into the Dragon Ball series. And guess what? All three of those characters eventually got it. But I never see Dragon Ball fans just going out there and saying, man, I really want Goten to get a new form. I really want Goten to be more relevant. For whatever reason, in my extreme experience of being around the Dragon Ball community, I've never seen fans really clamoring for that. Which is one of the reasons years ago when I did a video with Geekdom, we did a video about why Goten is unlike Goku and Gohan, and that video got 1.5 million views, and both of us were scratching our heads because we were saying to ourselves, wow, a video like that got that many views? And when you consider the fact that Geekdom and I know the Dragon Ball community better than 99.99% of people out there, the fact that we would say, wow, that video really overperformed meant that neither of us expected a video about Goten to perform that well, which definitely should tell you something about the Dragon Ball community. That video was an anomaly, but the truth is that most people don't care about Goten. So please, Goten fan, please tell me, what other reasons do you love Goten for in the series? Well, I really like the fact that Goten has a bright future in Dragon Ball Super, because he's doing this arc with Trunks, and I think it's gonna make his character look really cool. So, you like the fact that in the first 2 chapters of this Trunks manga arc stuff that we've basically just seen Goten reduced to a background character, even though he's supposedly supposed to be important. Because if you look at all the scenes, they're basically almost all about Trunks. The entire arc is basically all about Trunks. Trunks is literally getting all the shine, and Goten only occasionally comes in to fight temporarily while Trunks has to do more important things. Trunks got his suit finished first, and then Goten got his second. He's basically a second-class citizen in the whole arc itself, because even the Dragon Ball writers at this point, between Toriyama and Toyotaro and the entire staff, they know that Goten is just a fodder character at this point. And it's kind of sad, considering the fact that you would think he'd be a lot more relevant, considering the fact that, I mean, obviously he's the son of Goku and Chi-Chi just like Gohan, and if Gohan did so much stuff, you would think maybe his brother could do almost as much, especially because he was the youngest Super Saiyan ever. Is that something that you're a fan of? Well, yeah, Goten went Super Saiyan when he was 7 years old, and Trunks did it at 8, so he wasn't that different. And where did Goten becoming a Super Saiyan so young get him? Because at that point of the series, yeah, he went Super Saiyan really young, but the other characters had already accomplished it, and the villains were already so powerful that as an individual, Goten wasn't strong enough to fight them, so he has to basically fuse with Trunks every single time just to stand a chance, because individually he can't do anything else. So at that particular point in the series, yeah, it's cute that you can go Super Saiyan so young, but it's irrelevant because everybody's already going Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3 by this point and fusing. So your cool Goku look-alike Super Saiyan form at this point is basically irrelevant. So please, Goten fan, explain to me, what else are you a fan of when it comes to his character? Because we've already explained that he has no unique abilities or transformations, he has basically absolutely no personality, he's designed exactly like Goku just like a lot of other characters, but the difference is that Bardock clearly was a different type of character, even though he was designed very similar to Goku, and then when we factor in that he has basically no feats, especially when you compare him to his brother and the future counterpart of Trunks, and even compared to his own main counterpart of Trunks, guess what? That Trunks at least gets more shine in the manga than he does. He still gets absolutely no development and still feels like a new character in 2023. Dragon Ball fans don't care about him, and he's clearly not written to have a future. Please tell me, Goten fan, in the comment section below, what are you a fan of? There's nothing to be a fan of because he's not a character.